Hey guys, welcome to Chem Galaxy. So today I am going to continue my topic of carboxylic acid. So in the last lecture we have discussed the acidity of carboxylic acid, that why carboxylic acid is acidic in nature. Then we have compared the acidic character of alcohols and carboxylic acid, and also we have compared the acidic character of aromatic carboxylic acid, which is benzoic acid, and phenol. Then afterwards we have discussed the acidic character of different types of carboxylic acid. Alright. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss that if we attach some substituents to carboxylic acid, basically substituents means that electron withdrawing groups and electron donating groups. Alright. So if we attach such substituents to the carboxylic acids, so what happens? All right, what effect does it creates on the acidity of carboxylic acid? So we are going to see these things one by one. First we are going to see that what effect does it takes place when we attach the substituents to aliphatic carboxylic acids. Then we are going to discuss that what effect does it takes place that when we attach the substituents to aromatic acids. All right, so we are going to see these one by one. Alright, and it is a very important lecture for all of you, because in the competitive exams this question is always asked to compare the acidity of different acids. Alright, so if there are given you 4 acids in which there are different substituents attached to it, so you are only going to solve that when you will understand each and everything which I am going to teach you in a moment. Alright, so stick to the video, watch the full video till the end. The video will be very important for all of you. Alright, so now let's start. So as you all can see on the screen, the first heading is effect of substituents on the acidity of carboxylic acid. So under this the first heading will be the aliphatic acid. Okay. So the acidity of a compound depends upon the stability of the conjugate base. Yes, that if we want to check that whether a acid is a strong acid or a weak acid, we need to first check that whether its conjugate base is stable or not. Now what is conjugate base? So if we take a example of an acid such as HA, okay, so when it will get dissociated, it will get dissociated as H plus and A minus. So that A minus, the anion, is known as the conjugate base. So more stable the conjugate base is, or the more stable the A minus will be, more acidic will be the acid. Okay. Now coming to the case of carboxylic acid, its conjugate base is RCOO minus. Yes, this is the carboxylic acid and it will get dissociated as H plus and RCOO minus. So the RCOO minus is known as the conjugate base of the carboxylic acid. Okay. Now the question is, how can we stabilize the RCOO minus? Okay, you see the conjugate base has a negative charge on it, right? So if we can disperse the negative charge, or if we can reduce the intensity of that negative charge, we can stabilize the conjugate base. And if we can stabilize the conjugate base, that means we can increase the acidity of the carboxylic acid. So let us see. So any substituent which has an electron withdrawing tendency shall stabilize the conjugate base. Yes, you see the conjugate base has a negative charge on it. So if we attach to it any compound which has an electron withdrawing tendency, this means that it will form a partial positive charge on the conjugate base. This means that it will reduce the intensity of the negative charge of the conjugate base, which means that it will stabilize the conjugate base. On the contrary, if we attach to the conjugate base any substituent which has an electron donating tendency, this means that it will increase the electron density towards the carboxylate ion. Okay, so since it will increase the intensity of electrons towards the carboxylate ion, this means that it will increase the intensity of the negative charge of the carboxylate ion. Okay, so this means that it will destabilize the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. So this means that it will reduce the acidity of carboxylic acid. So that's what I've written here also, that any substituent which has an electron donating tendency will destabilize the conjugate base as it will intensify the charge. So now let us see more about it. So first we will study electron donating substituents. So basically electron donating substituents has a plus I effect on it. Now what is plus I effect? So basically plus I effect means that it will shift the sigma bonded electrons away from it towards the atom attached to it. Okay. So this means that it will create a partial negative charge on the atom attached to it. Now if we attach such plus I effect groups on the carboxylate ion. So what will happen? The negative charge of the carboxylate ion will get intensified. How? Because these groups will shift the sigma bonded electron toward the carboxylate ion, which means that they will generate a partial negative charge on the carboxylate ion, which means the carboxylate ion is already having a negative charge and another partial negative charge is getting developed over it. So this means that the intensity will get intensified, or sorry, the intensity of the negative charge will get intensified. This means that they will destabilize the conjugate base. So this means that they will decrease the acidity of carboxylic acid. So that's what I have written here, that these substituents have plus I effect, okay, which increases the intensity of the negative charge of the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. For example, if the substituents be, let me see some examples also, that this is a methyl group, this is an ethyl group, this is a isopropyl group, and this is a tertiary butyl group. Okay, now you see that the power of the plus I effect increases in this order. This is the most powerful plus I effect group, then comes this, and then the methyl group. Okay, now since this is the most powerful plus I effect group, so if it is attached to a carboxylic acid, so that carboxylic acid will be least acidic. Okay, so the trend of acidity of carboxylic acid will be this. Because the methyl group is the least powerful plus I effect group, so its carboxylic acid will be most acidic. You see, this is the methyl group attached to it and this is the carboxylic acid. Okay, so because the methyl group is the least powerful plus I effect group, so it will be the most acidic in nature. Then comes this ethyl, then isopropyl, then tertiary butyl. Okay, now coming to the next substituent, that is electron withdrawing substituents. Now the electron withdrawing substituents has minus I effect on it. Now what is minus I effect? Basically they attract the sigma bonded electron towards themselves. This means that they generate the partial negative charge on them and they generate the partial positive charge on the atom they are attached. Okay, so this means that if we attach these minus I effect groups on a carboxylate ion, so it will develop a partial positive charge on the carboxylate ion. So the carboxylate ion has a negative charge on it and it will generate a partial positive charge on it. So this means that it will reduce the intensity of the negative charge. So this means that it will stabilize the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. So this means that it will increase the intensity, it will increase the acidity of the carboxylic acid. So that's what I have written, that these substituents have minus I effect, which decreases the intensity of negative charge of the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. For example, if the substituents are halogens, for example, I am taking here halogens, there are many more minus I effect groups like hydroxyl group, methoxy group. But here I am taking halogens for example. So basically the power of minus I effect decreases in the order, that is the fluorine is the most powerful minus I effect group. Then comes chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. Okay, so if we attach these substituents to the carboxylic acid, so the trend will get reversed. You see, the fluorine is the trend will be the same, the trend will get reversed in the electron donating groups. The trend will remain same in these groups, that the fluorine is the most powerful minus I effect group. So it will reduce the intensity of the conjugate base to the most. Then comes the chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. So that's why you see this is fluorine attached to this carboxylic acid, so this will be most acidic, as it will reduce the intensity of negative charge of conjugate base to the most. Then comes the chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. Now you see that the inductive effect also depends on the distance. Okay, you see that the fluorine here is directly attached to the carboxylic group. Now if we increase its intensity, suppose we add here another CH2 group and we add the fluorine there, then that carboxylic acid will be less acidic than this, because the distance of fluorine has increased, so its power to create the partial positive charge on the conjugate base decreases. So that's what I have written here also, that Also the inductive effect depends upon the distance. So as the plus I effect or minus I effect substituents distance increases from the carboxylate ion, its effect on the negative charge keeps on decreasing. Yes, for example, I have shown you some example also. You see that here chlorine is attached right next to the carboxylic acid. Okay, so you see the pKa value is 2.9. Now if I attach this chlorine to this carbon instead of this carbon, like here, the pKa value increases, and if I attach the chlorine atom to this carbon atom instead of this, the pKa value again increases. Now you know that the larger the pKa value is, the weaker the acid is. So you see the acidity decreases even though it is a plus I effect group. Okay, but because the distance of the plus I effect group is increasing from the carboxylate ion or the carboxylic group, the distance is increasing, so that's why the acidity is decreasing. So now let us study about the aromatic acid. Till now we have studied about the aliphatic acid. So basically in aliphatic acid only inductive effect takes place, but in aromatic acid resonance effect also takes place and inductive effect also takes place. So basically when the carboxylic group is attached to the benzene ring, the carboxylic group acts as a minus R effect group. Okay, now what is minus R effect group? That is, the minus R effect groups are those which accepts the lone pair from the benzene ring. As you can see the resonating structure of the benzoic acid, this is a benzoic group. So the oxygen has a double bond on it, so the pi bond gets shifted toward this side, so the carbon will get a positive charge on it, and this benzene will give a lone pair to this carbon atom. Okay, so you see this is the resulting structure in which the ortho has a positive charge on it. Now this bond will get shift here and para position will get a positive charge, then again ortho, and then we will get this structure back. Now you see that the benzene ring is increasing the electron density towards the carboxylic group. You see the carbon atom of the carboxylic group is now double bonded in these three structures. This means that the benzene ring is increasing the electron density towards the carboxylic group, which means that it will destabilize the conjugate base of carboxylic acid, but the magnitude of destabilizing is less as compared to aliphatic acids. Okay, that the benzene ring will destabilize the conjugate base of carboxylic acid, but it will not destabilize it that much the aliphatic acid does. Basically the plus I effect of the alkyl group is much more than this effect. Okay, so that's why the benzoic acids are basically stronger acids than the aliphatic acid. So that's what I've written here also, that overall the benzene ring has a electron donating tendency, which is however weaker than the plus I effect of any alkyl group. Okay, the electron donating tendency of the benzene ring is weaker than the plus I effect of any alkyl group. So that's why it destabilizes the conjugate base, but its magnitude of destabilization is less as compared to the aliphatic acids. Okay, so that's why the benzoic acid is stronger acid than aliphatic acids. So that's what I've written here, that the benzoic acid is stronger acid than all the aliphatic acids except formic acid. Yes, formic acid is even stronger than the benzoic acid. Now you might ask why. You see that the aliphatic acid is the weakest acid because it has a plus I effect group on it, so it will intensify the negative charge. Okay, now benzene ring will also intensify the negative charge, but the magnitude is less, so that's why it is stronger acid than aliphatic acid. But if you see the formic acid, which is HCOOH, you see the carboxylic group is attached to a hydrogen group, which is neither a plus I effect group, neither a minus I effect group. Okay, it will do nothing to the carboxylate ion. Okay, it will neither intensify the negative charge on it, neither it will reduce the negative charge. Okay, so but in case of benzoic acid, the conjugate base is getting destabilized, and in case of aliphatic acid also it is getting destabilized, but in case of formic acid neither it is getting destabilized, neither it is getting stabilized. So that's why formic acid is even stronger acid than benzoic acid. Okay, so if all the other substituents are hydrogen, basically if we compare only simple carboxylic acids without any substituents, so the formic acid will be the strongest acid, then comes the benzoic acid, and then comes the rest of the acids. So that's what I have written in this box also, that this is the formic acid, this is the benzoic acid, and this is the rest of the carboxylic acid. Now let us see the effect of electron donating group at meta and para position. So basically in aromatic acid we can attach the electron donating groups or electron withdrawing groups to various positions, basically ortho position, meta position and para position. There are three positions. Okay, so if we attach the electron donating group at meta and para position, what will happen? So you see the electron donating group increases the negative charge of conjugate base, so it will destabilize it. We all know that. But which isomer will destabilize it more, meta isomer or para isomer? So basically para isomer destabilize the conjugate base more as compared to meta isomer. Why? Because in para isomer, basically in para isomer the resonance effect takes place. Okay, the plus R effect takes place, due to which the negative charge of the conjugate base get intensified. Okay, but in case of meta isomer there will be no such plus R effect. Okay, so that's why the meta isomer is more acidic than the para isomer. So let me first read, you will get to know more about it. So we know that the electron donating group decreases the acidity of carboxylic acid, but if the substituent is present at para position, then its effect is more than when the substituents are present at meta position. Okay, this can be explained on the basis of its resonating structures. Considering substituent to be a hydroxyl group, now in the electron donating substituent I am taking an example of hydroxyl group. So basically hydroxyl group is a plus R effect group and a minus I effect group. Okay, but the plus R effect dominates the minus I effect. So you see this is a para hydroxy benzoate ion. Okay, you see the hydroxyl group is attached to the para position and it is a plus R effect, which means that it will give lone pair to benzene ring. So that's what he is doing here also. You see that this bond will get broken here, this carbon will get a positive charge and the oxygen will give lone pair to this carbon atom, and the resonance keeps on going. Now if you see the last structure, in the last structure there is a carbon atom with a double bond. This is a carboxylate ion. Okay, this was the carboxylic group and the carbon atom of the carboxylic group has a double bond on it. This means that the electron density has been increased on the carbon atom of the carboxylic group, which means that the negative charge of the carboxylate ion will get intensified. Okay, so this means that it will reduce the acidity of the carboxylic acid. Now let us see the resonating structure of the meta hydroxybenzoic acid. So basically this is the meta hydroxybenzoic acid. So basically when we will attach the hydroxyl group to the meta position, there will be no such plus R effect shown. Okay, so this means that the negative charge of the carboxylate ion will not get intensified. On the contrary, you see the hydroxyl group has a minus I effect group. Okay, so the minus I effect group, because it is, so it will reduce the intensity of the negative charge. It will also reduce the intensity when the hydroxyl group is attached to the para position, then also it will reduce the intensity of the negative charge. But since the plus R effect dominates the minus I effect when the hydroxyl group is attached to the para position, that's why the overall effect was to increase the intensity of the carboxylate ion. But when the hydroxyl group is at the meta position, there is no resonance effect. There is only minus I effect which stabilizes the conjugate base. So that's why the meta isomer is more stable, or the meta isomer of conjugate base is more stable than the para isomer. So this means the meta isomer of benzoic acid with electron donating group is more acidic than the para isomer. So that's what I have written here also, that also the hydroxyl group has a minus I effect which tends to stabilize the carboxylate ion, hence tries to increase the acidity. Okay, but when we talk about the para isomer of hydroxybenzoic acid, the plus R effect dominates the minus I effect. This I have told you. whereas in meta isomer there is no resonance effect of OH group on carboxylate ion, so the only effect left is minus I effect, which increases the acidity. Because there is no resonance effect, as I have shown you in the resonating structures of the meta isomer, that there is no such resonating effect, resonating structure which shows that there is an increment of electron density on the carbon of carboxylate group. Okay, so this means that there will be no resonance effect when the hydroxyl group is at the meta position. There will be only minus I effect group, so it will stabilize the conjugate base. So that's why meta isomer is more acidic than the para isomer. Thus, the meta isomer of benzoic acid with electron donating group is more acidic than the para isomer. Now, let us see the electron withdrawing groups at meta and para position. So, you know, electron withdrawing group has a tendency to withdraw electrons. That means that they increase the acidity of the carboxylic acid. Now, the same case is here also, that when the electron withdrawing group is attached to the para position, it will show minus R effect as well as minus I effect. Okay, but when it is attached to meta position, it will only show minus I effect. Okay, so because at para position it will show minus I and minus R effect, so it will stabilize the conjugate base more as compared to meta isomer. So that's why the para isomer is more acidic than the meta isomer. So let me read it, that all the electron donating groups such as cyanide, nitro, ester, etc. withdraw electrons both by resonance minus R effect as well as by the inductive effect. When electron withdrawing group is attached at para position, both these effects work in the same direction, but when electron withdrawing group is attached at meta position, only inductive effect works, as shown. You see that this is a para nitrobenzoate ion. Okay, now nitro group is a minus I effect group and as well as a minus R effect group. You see here that this carbon is getting a positive charge on it. Okay, so this means that the electron density of the carboxylate ion is being reduced due to the nitro group which is attached at the para position. So this means that the negative charge of the carboxylate ion get dispersed, or the intensity of the negative charge of carboxylate ion is reduced. This means that it is stabilized. Okay, and it is stabilized by two effects, the minus R effect group which is shown here as well as the minus I effect group. But if we talk about the meta isomer, you see there is no such structure in which the positive charge is on this carbon atom. There is no such structure. So this means that there is no minus R effect in the when the nitro group is attached to the meta position. There is no such minus R effect group that will stabilize the conjugate base. So the only effect which is left is a minus I effect, which stabilizes the conjugate base of the carboxylic acid. But since at the para isomer there are two effects which are stabilizing the conjugate base, so that means the para isomer will be more acidic than the meta isomer. So it is clear from the resonating structures that para isomer of benzoic acid with electron withdrawing group is more acidic than meta isomer. Now let us talk about a very interesting effect which is known as the ortho effect. Till now I have told you about the electron withdrawing group at meta and para position and electron donating group at meta and para position. But what if we attach any electron withdrawing group or any electron donating group at ortho position? Basically, whether if we attach a electron withdrawing group or electron donating group at ortho position, it will always be more acidic than the remaining isomers. Okay, this is seen experimentally. Now let us see that the ortho substituents have an acid strengthening effect, and this effect is unexpectedly large. Okay, ortho isomer of benzoic acid is always more acidic than their para and meta isomers, irrespective whether the substituents is electron donating group such as hydroxyl group or a methyl group, or is a electron withdrawing group such as nitro group, ester, cyanide, any. Okay, now for example, let me show you some example so that it is more clear to you. That you see, I have taken example of taulic acid. Now you see in taulic acid, this is the ortho isomer, okay, this is the meta isomer and this is the para isomer. Now the ortho isomer is always more acidic. I have attached here is a electron donating group. Methyl group is a electron donating group. So in electron donating group, the meta isomer is always more acidic than the para isomer. This I have taught you. So the meta isomer will always be more acidic than the para isomer. But the ortho isomer is always most acidic than all the rest of the isomers. Okay, this is found experimentally. This is what is known as ortho effect. So that's why this trend is there, that the ortho isomer is most acidic. Now talking about the benzoic acid, since there is no such group attached to it so that to destabilize the conjugate base, you see here the methyl group is attached which destabilizes the conjugate base of the carboxylic acid, but there is no such effect, no such groups here attached. So that's why benzoic acid is more acidic than these two. Then comes the meta and then comes the para. Now coming to the hydroxybenzoic acid. Now in hydroxybenzoic also, you see the ortho isomer is always more acidic. Okay, then comes the meta, then comes benzoic acid, then comes the para. You know, in electron donating, meta is always more acidic than the para. Okay, now you might be confused that this is also electron donating group and OH is also an electron donating group. Okay, then why? But you see here benzoic acid is more acidic than the meta isomer, but here meta isomer is more acidic than the benzoic acid. The thing is, the methyl group is a plus I effect group. Okay, along with the plus R effect, it is also a plus I effect group. So it will destabilize the conjugate base more as compared to this meta isomer, because in this meta isomer the hydroxyl group is a plus R effect group, but it is a minus I effect group, not a plus I effect group. It is a minus I effect group which stabilizes the conjugate base. So that's why in the hydroxyl case, the meta isomer is more acidic than the simple benzoic acid, whereas in methyl case, the meta isomer is less acidic than the simple benzoic acid. Now coming to the nitrobenzoic acid, which is an electron withdrawing group, that is a minus I effect group as well as a minus R effect group. So in this, the para isomer is more acidic than the meta isomer. So that's what I've written here. This is a para isomer which is more acidic than the meta. Then comes the benzoic acid. Okay, and because it is an ortho effect, so the ortho nitrobenzoic acid is always most acidic than their other isomers like para and meta. So this is what is ortho effect. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood whatever I have taught. If you have understood, do give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any queries, comment down below. So till then, this is Akash Shukla signing off.